Well, welcome to Real People, Real Stories, where we are interviewing wonderful people that are having amazing health results with the power of redox technology. If you're new to redox technology, let me tell you just a little bit about it. Redox is tiny little molecules, and we have a flagship product, which is called ASEA Redox Cell Signaling Performance product or cell signaling supplement. And with that product, we consume those. It's a liquid, or we do have a gel form, which is called Renew 28, and that can be applied to the outside of our body. But these molecules are very tiny, and because they're tiny, they're absorbed into the cell very readily, and they act as an on-off switch. They turn cells on that we need for good health, and they turn cells off that we need for good health. And then they have a cascade effect through the body, and they help us to have resilience to stress and overall wellness. And so they are just a really fascinating product. And of course, we're going to learn more about that tonight. My name is Dr. Barbie Phillips, and I am coming to you from Fargo, Oklahoma. Yes, it's the second Fargo out there. And I am a chiropractic physician for people and animals. So I've been in business 23 years and added redox to my profession about 3.5 years ago. I am going to enter here a disclaimer for anything that we talk about tonight, that ASEA Redox is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any medical condition, nor is anything that we speak about tonight. You're going to hear from our wonderful guest, Kristin Kons, tonight, and she is from Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Metroplex area. And we're going to hear how redox has affected her life and a little bit more about Kristin. So Kristin, I am going to let you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you and your background.
Sure. So I am a nutrition therapist and natural food chef. And I've been in the industry for about 20 years now. And 7 of those years I spent on national TV on an alternative health show. And because of being on that platform, I was super jaded with supplements. So it took me 3 years to even take a look at this product, but that's basically my background.
That is great. So you have a background in all kinds of healthy things. It sounds like if you were a chef, and that's pretty awesome. So I think we could all learn many things from you. So could you tell us how long you've been involved with ASEA?
Yeah, so just about 2.5 years.
Okay, 2.5 years. And can you tell us a little bit about what your life was before you started ASEA, and then now what it's like after you've had ASEA added to your healthcare regimen?
Yeah, so it took me those 3.5 years to look at it. And I would say the number one thing that piqued my interest the most was that this is native to the body. So when I had a consulting business where I worked with people one-on-one, and I saw a lot of people doing a lot of right things. And not everyone was getting over that big health challenge that they were working on, even if they were doing all the things right. And so when I found redox molecules, it made sense to me because it is native to our body, and it's the only product out there that is exactly what's in our body. So we can't be allergic to it. We can't be sensitive to it. It's already in there. So if we just replenish our levels back to what they were when we were a kid, our body is able to heal like we were when we were a kid. So it was my midwife that finally got me to take a look at this, Donalyn Dominguez, and she was like a mom to me. And I was helping her with the health challenge before my family moved. And as far as I knew, she was doing better, and we moved and lost contact for a little bit. And when we got back in contact, she said, "Oh my gosh, I need to tell you what happened. This health challenge came back. It was through the whole highway of my body. She did traditional treatment. She did natural treatment. She had spent a lot of money and nothing was working." And so someone from ASEA was calling her and she would never answer the phone because she was like me, very jaded with supplements. And the reason I was is because I had a sneak peek behind the scenes of the supplement industry, and I saw that they were always putting profit over people. And working with people one on one, you know, I loved my clients and I hated seeing them get so much hope in these products because they were so hypey and then they didn't deliver. And so that's why I was really jaded with products. So anyway, long story, Donalyn had amazing results with the product, and my husband had some pretty severe back issues. And we had done everything. They said that he could do a surgery. They said it might work, it might not. You might be able to walk, you might not. And he's like, well, I'd rather just be in pain than than not be able to walk. And so he was just in chronic pain 24/7. He couldn't lift weights, he couldn't play basketball, he couldn't lift the kids up, just basic things for being young that you know, was hard. And he loved being active. So I told him Donalyn's testimony, what she had shared with me. And about 24 hours later, he said, well, did you sign up? And I said, no, I didn't sign up. I'm not doing network marketing. I'm not interested in some hypey product. I believe Donalyn, but I'm not interested in this. But for me, I just really felt like the Lord said, I want you to say yes. And it was one of those pivotal moments in my life where I just knew that I was faced with a decision, and I could say yes or I could say no. And so I decided to say yes to this. And the Lord has showed up in so many different ways, with just miracles happening in people's lives with their health. And for me, so my life before ASEA, I felt like, so I feel like ASEA is the missing link. So honestly, I don't think I could really help anyone the way that I needed to help them without the redox being the foundation. Because then if they have redox being the foundation, anything they're doing else for their health is going to be magnified. It's going to work better. So they're going to absorb their nutrition. They're going to absorb their supplements. Everything is going to work better. So it's the foundation, I believe. And then also for me, it was just kind of the becoming. It kind of pulled some things out of me that I had kind of stuffed down, just being a stay-at-home mom after I left the TV show, and some things that I'd wanted to get to. And I just felt like it's brought that out in me. So it's been kind of a full circle for me of having health gains. It's helped me health-wise. It helped improve my eyesight. It's helped my hormonal health, my energy and mood and all of those types of things. So it's helped me physically, but I think just most of all, it's just kind of pulled out the gifts to do what I've been called to do.
That is great. And you mentioned something before about other companies having products that just didn't deliver what they promised. Do you feel like you've had a different experience with the ASEA company? Can you tell me a little about your thoughts about the corporation and how they are with their products and their customers as well as associates?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first question that I asked Donalyn when I signed up was, what are the conventions like? Because I've been in network marketing before and it's very hypey and they're talking about jets and mansions and all this stuff. I'm not interested in that. And so she knew exactly what I meant. And she's like, it's not like that. She said, this company is a company of integrity, a company with heart to help people. And that's what they talk about at convention. And so, and I knew she would tell me the truth. So I was pleasantly surprised when I went to my first event, that it truly was what they said they were. And I watched a video that Tyler Norton did on Next Level Marketing. And I was like, I can get on board with sharing with people, sharing from my heart, and just helping them to understand what this is and to educate. And so every time I've dealt with corporate in any way, they have just been nothing but helpful in how they want to get us what we need to help share this with people. So I've had a great experience. I think it's an amazing company, 2.5 years. And, you know, knowing people at the top, they say the same thing. So sometimes it's like when you don't have the inside scoop on things, you don't really know. But knowing there's people of integrity at the top, and knowing that they could have sold this for probably billions of dollars. They didn't do this for the money. And this is the only network marketing company that I know of that started with a product first and said, how do we get this out to the people? Every other network marketing company says, hey, this is an awesome business model. What product can we come up with to make some money that people would like? And that's not what this company did. That's not their motive. Money is not their motive. Their motive is truly to help people. And I think when you first get in this and you hear that, you think, yeah, that kind of maybe sounds like, they're just saying that, but they truly aren't. In every move they've made with the company, it's, I feel like it's for us and for the people.
That is great. It sounds like my experience also has been really great with the company as well. So we talked about our flagship product, which is a Redox supplement, and that comes in the blue bottle. We talked about the gel. What about some of the other products from the company? Have you had personal experience with some of those that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so I love the Cell Performance. Those are the little stick packs that you can put in, water, yogurt, smoothies, whatever. And when they first came out with those, I thought, oh no, they're coming out like everyone's got a powder that you add to water. But they truly have made this different. And it's because it's powered by redox. So it taps into those redox pathways and affects all 5 major areas of health. So that has been a game changer for me. So my testimony with the Cell Performance product. So I thought energy was going to be my number one go-to. And because that's something I've, always kind of struggled with, and the redox helped tremendously, but I thought, oh, I'm going to love this energy. So, but I bought all 3 because I wanted to try them. So I tried taking them individually, and then I doubled up on them to see what would happen. And then I started mixing them together. And I found when I mixed the mind and the mood together, I was calm, I could focus, but I also had tons of energy. And I thought, that's so odd, because most people take the mood to go to sleep and they're taking it before they go to bed. And I had all this energy and felt amazing. And so what I realized was, after doing this for a few days, I realized that my energy issue that I had been dealing with for such a long time was not an energy issue. It was like I was keeping the window open in the winter and saying, turn up the heat. You don't need to turn up the heat, you just need to close that window. And it's like I was leaking out all of my energy by having this like subconscious anxiety that I didn't even realize that I had. And if someone would have asked me, do you have anxiety? I'd say absolutely not. But I realized it was kind of like a finger was put on it, that that's what it was. And I didn't need more energy. I just needed to, calm down, and that helped me. So the mind and the mood was a game changer for me. And I love the Cell Performance. I love the new radiance as well for our hair, skin, and nails.
I love that product as well. As far as the Renew 28, can you share with us some of the uses that you've had for that?
Yeah, so let's see. So sunburn. So I was at the pool today and I got a little red. So I've been putting some Renew 28 on that. It's amazing for discomfort, for anti-aging. That's what they basically market it for. But I use it all the time on my kids. My kids are always, if they fall, if anything hurts, we're putting that gel on. And so they ask for it, when they get hurt, they're like, where's the gel? And so I love that they are learning self-care and learning to use that. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any like unique ways. I just use it all the time for everything. So if I start to feel like I'm coming down with something or whatever, I'm always rubbing it on my neck. It's amazing for circulation. So it increases our circulation by 55%. So if you're putting it on like your lymphatic area, so like on your neck, under your arms, your groin area, it's helping to increase that circulation, which is amazing, like detoxing and keep things flowing to keep you healthy. So I do that as well. But yeah, I think that's all I can think of. I don't have any like unique ways. I don't think that everyone else doesn't already know.
Literally is something you can use for everything, and that's what I love about it. So what about the new clay mask? Have you been utilizing this?
I have, and this is another one. So the Cell Performance, you get the instant results with like cumulative benefits over time. So I love the instant results. the clay mask is another instant result product. So when you put that on and then after you take it off, you can tell a difference. I can tell a difference in how my makeup goes on, and my skin just looks better. And so there's a definite difference. I use, the clay mask on my face, but I have used it on bug bites. It seems to like dry up the bug bites really quickly. My son got an ant bite on his toe, and so we were putting that on, and it's so nice because it really draws anything out that needs to be drawn out. So if there's any infection or anything like that, and with the ant bite, it looked horrible. It was like a red ant. It was amazing that an ant could do that, but it looked pretty bad. And so it was so nice to be able to have that, to be able to clear that up quicker rather than, it linger around.
It's so nice to have these tools that we can do things the natural way and have these wonderful things to be equipped with on hand. I know they have, of course, their supplement line and their skincare line, and I'm assuming you probably use most of those as well.
Yeah, so the ASEA Via, it took me a while to look at that just because I kind of thought in the beginning it was just going to be one of those add-on products, and I can always find something wrong with every supplement that I look like where they've cut corners, And so I didn't look at it for the longest time until I started hearing so many different testimonials, and I was like, shoot, I need to look at this. And so I finally looked at the ingredients and thought, wow, this really is amazing. And so I reached out to a friend who formulates supplements for a living. And every single time I'm interested in something and I look at it and I think it looks pretty good, I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good. I'll send him the label and say, what do you think of this? He'll say, pretty good, but, or, there's always a but in there. And so for the first time in like 10 years, when I just sent him the labels, he didn't know what the brand was. He said, these look amazing. What brand is this? And I knew I had found a home run because he's never said that in the 10 years that I've known him about anything. And so I think what really makes our ASEA Via line unique is that there are no corners cut. They use a whole food active form of each vitamin and mineral. And so like if you take vitamin C, a lot of times when people buy vitamin C, it says ascorbic acid. When it says that, that's just one part of the ascorbic acid. There's, to make a complete vitamin C complex, you need copper, you need vitamin J and vitamin K. So if you're just taking ascorbic acid, then you can actually become deficient in vitamin C because your body's trying to pull all of those other things to make it a complete complex. And so the vitamin C used in our source, which is like our multivitamin, they use acerola cherries. When you use whole foods, it's got all the complex. And so that's why ours is so potent and so effective. And sometimes people will compare our multivitamin with another multivitamin. For example, like the vitamin C. Oh, my multivitamin has like 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, but it's in the ascorbic acid. So it's not helping you that you've got that high of a milligram. What ASEA has perfected is balance, and it's the exact balance that you need for your body to absorb and to see that it's a whole food. It says, I know what this is. It's a whole food. I can utilize this. And so that's why our supplements are so powerful. So I love the multivitamin. The probiotic is my favorite. I've used probably at least 100 different ones with clients and things like that. I've probably looked at hundreds. And this one works across the board on everyone, regardless of the situation. So I love the probiotic. The fish oil is another one where companies cut corners. 98% of the fish oil on the market is garbage. It's synthetic and it's processed. And the way that you tell ours is not synthetic is it says as triglycerides. So when you look at omega-3s, if you have a good one, it says as triglycerides. That costs a lot of money to process it like that. And it's so much more absorbable. So again, that's another example of how people will look at their omega and be like, well, mine is way higher in omega-3s than ASEA's. I'm going to stick with mine. but they don't realize it's synthetic and it can actually be damaging to their health versus helping their health. So it's not about a high percentage. Ours is in the perfect balance, and it's not possible in nature to have that high of a percentage of omegas. So I'm so impressed with the omegas. And then there's the Life Max, which is it's a supplement where I feel like all the health gurus that know about all of these cool ingredients, they're taking these supplements individually and spending a lot of money. And what ASEA has done is they have taken these ingredients in the proper amount, combine them synergistically to have a huge impact on our cells and on our health. And it has the adaptogenic herbs and the medicinal mushrooms. So it's like a powerhouse of a supplement. So I'm thoroughly impressed with the ASEA VL line, and I take all of them and recommend them to everyone and all my clients. And what else was it? The skincare. I love the skincare as well because it's powered by Redox. And, you know, people think, oh, skincare, it's just kind of a beauty product, not that important. And skincare really is a health product because we have our skin microbiome, we've got our gut microbiome, and they talk to each other. And so when we're using toxic skincare, we are wiping out that good skin microbiome, and it has a profound effect on our gut health and our hormonal health. So that's just something, you know, people want to look at if they're dealing with issues with hormonal health and gut health. And it's also powered by Redox. And so instead of just sitting on the top of the skin and making it look pretty for a little bit, it's actually going down to that bottom layer and giving us skin health so that we can have that glow and that beauty because our skin is actually healthy. So, you know, I think ASEA has done an amazing job with all of these products, and just kind of something for everyone depending on what they're interested in.
Oh, that's such a wealth of information, Kristin. Thank you so much about sharing your personal experience with products. And you definitely are a picture of health. So I know that the products are working for you, but I know you do a lot of other things right too. And we just want to say thank you for sharing your information. And I will open it up for any of our guests that have questions for Kristin right now. If you want to unmute or put a question in the chat, we're happy to go ahead and take those now.
I had a question. You said that it helped your eyes. Did you use it? How did you do that? Dropper? Yeah. Okay, tell us.
I did. So I like the dropper. A lot of people spray it in their eyes. So I'm drinking it daily, which helps. But I do a dropper in my eyes in the morning, and before I go to bed, I wear contacts. And so this happened pretty quickly. When it was probably the first few weeks I was on Redox and putting it in my eyes, that I noticed my vision started getting blurry. And so I had my annual exam coming up. So I went, and for the first time, I've been wearing glasses or contacts since I was 12 years old. My eyesight's either stayed the same or gotten worse every single year. And this is the first time ever that my eyesight improved. And it went from a negative 3.75 to a negative 3. So that's pretty significant, 0.75. And the other eye changed 0.5. And then it caught up a few months later. So I was buying a lot of contacts, but it stabilized. So that's been amazing. And I also had a friend who was going to lose her eyesight in 3 months. And she was drinking it, and she was putting the liquid in. And I have amazing testimony with that. But long story short, it recovered, helped her body recover her eyesight. So it's amazing for eyesight.
Okay, so even it was just a dropper full, like an eye drop.
No, I just do a few drops, like 1 or 2 drops. So I just tilt my head back and do 1 or 2 drops in my eyes, and I kind of roll my eyeball around. Yeah, and that's you can amazing. Do that as much as you want, but I make sure I'm consistent that I at least do it twice a day, morning and night. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yep.
Great question. Do we
that is a good question.
Do we have any more questions? I did have something in the chat about whether this was going to be recorded, and it is. It will be on the Creation Chiropractic YouTube channel, as well as you can find it on my Facebook page for Barbie Phillips. And it will even be posted on the Creation Chiropractic Facebook page as well. If you have questions, you can contact the office at 580-698-2852. And then you can ask questions there. I would like to take the opportunity to mention that if any of you have customers, or there's anybody that has not signed up for ASEA products or purchased the products, that you want to make sure that you get them through a reputable associate. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee from the company, which you will not get if you buy them online, Amazon, eBay. You may not know what kind of products you're actually getting there. And so we want to just make sure you know to be able to purchase those from a reputable associate. Also, I want to wrap up and let you know that we'll be doing another Real People, Real Story. And it will be in 2 weeks, and that'll be on August 22nd, where we will interview another guest. And we just really want to say our thank yous to Kristin. Oh, there's another question in the chat. It says, is this a weekly program? And we do this every other week on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Central. And we would love to have you back on our show to hear our other guests that are coming up. So Kristin, do you have any final comments as we're getting ready to wrap this up?
No, I think this is an amazing product. And it's easy to pass up because it sounds like just another one of those things, but it truly is what it says it is. And, it's amazing. So thanks for having me on. I appreciate it so much. And thanks for letting me talk. Did Paula have a question? I don't know if she came on.
Paula, did you have a question?
I put them in the chat.
Okay. And that was, okay. All right. Did we answer everything for you, Paula?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. All right, everyone. Well, we will wrap up until we have another episode in 2 weeks of Real People, Real Stories. And we wish everyone a wonderful rest of their week. And we will talk to everyone soon. Have a great week.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.